Andrew McCart, IFLTV, delighted to be joined by Jordan Flynn. Jordan, third time lucky. Cameron Vuong. I mean, I enjoyed if you want to call it WWE Antics, but the fun and games. Let me just check that t-shirt out. What does it say there?
It says justice for Gavin. We got Cameron locked up here in prison for that robbery.
Obviously, Gavin gave you a phone call as well. Was that really Gavin Flynn?
Yeah, it was Gavin, yeah. He didn't realise he was in the press conference. He was calling up saying how's things going and stuff, and I just said, Gavin, don't worry, I've got this. Chill.
Well, we've seen the build-up, obviously. Like I say, it's third time lucky. This fight is... You've had an injury, then Cameron got the injury, and now we're here. We're finally here. We're 2 days away. There's more to it now than the first fight. There's more animosity. There's more hatred, if you want to call it that. So what does this fight mean to you to get in there and finally face Cameron Vuong?
Yeah, it's been over a year in the making, which is actually crazy, really. And obviously, it's for the WBO European title now, so it's more meaningful. It's a big fight. It's a fight that's been on my mind. We could not end our careers or continue without having to fight each other. I thought he was going to weasel his way out of the fight when he boxed Gavin, but then obviously they needed a little step back, apparently, I think. So they put me in there thinking that I'm a stepping stone before they rematch Gavin, so we're here.
Do you feel like Cameron and his team think you're an easy touch? Is that...
I think so, yeah. I think they're running away from Gavin to go straight into the rematch. So they're thinking, let's get one fight in before we fight Gavin again. So I think they're looking at it like a little easy touch.
What do you make of Cameron Vuong as... Well, I want to get your thoughts on him as a fighter himself, but up there, you know what he's like. He's young, he's up and coming. So what are your thoughts on Cameron Vuong?
I just think that he's really cocky, and I can't really stand him, to be honest. Like, people don't like how he is. I think he would be a better person and fighter if he was not so up himself. I think that really does let him down.
Do you respect the fact that he is a young fighter and he's took on these big challenges so early on in his career, and that's as a fighter yourself? Do you respect him in that respect?
I do respect him in that respect. Obviously, he has stepped up levels with fighting someone like Gwyn, but I think that's just shown us that he's not actually on that level. He's been beat personally, and a lot of people do believe that he was beat. I'm sure you even believe that he was beat that night. So, yeah, I just think that he's not on the level that they thought he was. And I think it's time for them to take some steps back. And they think that I'm a step back, but they couldn't be more wrong.
What does that do for you? Does that give you that fuel, though, going into this fight, knowing that maybe the pressure is on Cameron to perform? I mean, it's his promoter, this, that, and the next thing. There's no pressure on you going into this fight. Is that how you feel?
Yeah, I believe there is a lot of pressure on him because, like we've said, he's been hyped up to be the next big world scene fight. I don't know what they've hyped him to be, and he's not been performing how he should be. His last couple of performances he's not stood out at all, and now he's really got to perform. If he doesn't perform, it's kind of really the end for him. What does he really do? I don't really know what he's going to do.
He says if you beat him, he's going to go to Vietnam and never come back.
He says a lot of things. He said he would get me out there within 6 rounds. I said, let's have a bet then. Let's shake hands. He wouldn't shake hands.
20 grand, I believe, was
it? Yeah. Let's do that then. If you're that confident, you're that much better than me, then let's bet. But he wouldn't bet. That would have been easy money for him. He could have changed his money to Vietnamese money. That would have been like 100 grand. He'd have been chilling out there, man, on the yacht.
What does a win for Cameron Vuong do for your career? I mean, you've had a long layoff and all that, and what does it do for your career, WBO European as well? I mean, it just sets you off skyrocketing, doesn't it?
No, definitely. It's a big fight for me. It's a fight that I need to win, and this is really going to boost my career, and the opportunities that will come after this are big for me, and it's come at the perfect time.
I mean, where did this animosity come from? I mean, I know the first fight there was a little bit the argy-bargy in the ring. I remember that with Eddie Hearn on a show, and then it just seems you got injured and he got injured. We're here the third time lucky, but it just seems like the animosity between you two is just growing and growing and growing. Where did it come from?
I think obviously it all started when he called me out. He called me out after I think 3 fights. He was like, "I'm ready for Jordan Flynn. I'll smash him, this, that." And then when I came to this fight and the fight got announced, he made a big thing about me being from Oxford and was making fun about the fact that you're not bad, you're from Oxford. And then that's when it all started, and I didn't like the way he was going on about that, saying that because you're from a certain area you can't fight. So it went like that, and then we're here now again, third time.
Third time lucky, exactly, and I'm looking forward to it. I've got to ask as well, obviously, you know yourself, Jordan, there's no more honest conversation 2 men can have to settle their grievances than a fight, a 10-round fight. Win, lose or draw, will we see a handshake?
Of course, after the fight, you'll see a handshake, 100%. It's a sport. At the end of the day, it's a sport. I'll shake his hand. I'll let him go over to Vietnam and chill out over there peacefully. Yeah, I won't take that 20 grand off him anyways. He wouldn't take the bet, so I'll let him go and chill out over there.
Well, one final one. Have you got a message for Cameron? I know the weigh-in's tomorrow. I mean, you're making weight right now.
Talking's done, Cameron. I'll see you on Friday.
Let's go. I'm looking forward to it. Jordan, as always,
Cheers,
thank
mate.
you so much, brother,
Thank
man,
you.
and I appreciate you, man. Thank you very much. Thank you.